Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, it is that time of year again, the best time of year for any movie collector. It is the July leg of the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale for people here in the US. This is a great time. I'm once again back at my local store. I do these videos every couple of months, every time these sales come around. But I haven't been here since November, so I don't know what the inventory is going to look like, how the layout's going to be. I'm assuming the layout's going to be the same, but you never know when it comes to what they actually have. So let's take a look and see what we can find. Okay, so I'm back out of the sale, out of Barnes & Noble, as you saw, and if you've been seeing for the last, couple of years, the setup is still exactly the same. They seem to have a pretty decent stock of stuff. Unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of the newer, more popular titles, things like Shaft and Pink Flamingos, they did not have those in stock. So I'm going to have to wait on those, or I can find them elsewhere. For those of you who don't know, for the last couple of years, Amazon has been price matching all of the 50% off price tags when it comes to the stuff that you have at Barnes & Noble, kind of taking away a little bit of their sales stuff. So without further ado, I did end up getting a couple of things. I'm super excited about. First up here is a Vittorio De Sica film, Miracle in Milan. This is a fantastic film from 1951. We covered it on the podcast, Chasing Labels, and it's just an incredible film, incredible masterwork from just an all-time great director in Vittorio De Sica. This pairs really well with the rest of his work dealing with kind of, everyday life, but there's a little more kind of a supernatural twist to it. It's a little different from De Sica that you saw in Bicycle Thieves. But moving on from there is actually something I wanted to get during the last sale, but they did not have it in stock, and I just never ended up picking it up. And this is Kaneto Shindo's Onibaba, a great horror film, because it was only available on DVD for many, many years, and we finally got it. This is a Japanese horror film from 1964. Really great film. As you can see here, just very horrific imagery on the cover here. Love the cover. But moving on, we've got a film from 1998. We also covered this on the podcast, and this is a film by Thomas Vinterberg, and this is The Celebration. And this is the quintessential Dogma 95 film, that whole Dogma run with all the Danish filmmakers and stuff like that. Thomas Vinterberg is a great filmmaker. He's worked a lot with Mads Mikkelsen over the last several years. Obviously, Dogma 95, that whole kind of film movement is pretty much done, but this is a staple of that entire movement from the 90s, and we covered this very deeply on the podcast and all that stuff. I love that just the cover art is not even cover art. It's literally just the manifesto of Dogma 95, all the rules and regulations and all of that stuff. But moving on from there is a more recent film, and this is a film directed by Regina King, and this is One Night in Miami, and this is based on a play, and this is a stunningly, fantastically well-acted, well-written film, very low-key, dealing with a lot of political issues, specifically about race in the 1960s. You have a meeting with just a lot of the big African-American celebrities of the time, like Malcolm X, like Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke. An amazing film. This is streaming, I believe, on Amazon Prime right now, but I had to get this for the special features. Then moving on are actually a couple of upgrades. One is an upgrade for me personally, and this is The Red Shoes, the Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger film. And this is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I own this on Blu-ray. I, of course, wanted to upgrade to the 4K UHD edition because it just, it's going to look absolutely stunning. The Technicolor, the reds and the browns and all of that stuff looks amazing. The incredible cinematography that's done in the film. This is one of Martin Scorsese's favorite films of all time. I think he owns The Red Shoes from The Red Shoes, or he did at one point. So this is a must-watch for any cinephile. Then lastly is a bit of a long time coming for me, and this is a film that if you listen to the podcast when this was announced, I got super excited. I got just completely over the moon, just with glee when this finally got a re-release, because 10 years ago, at one of the first ever Barnes & Noble Criterion sales that I ever went to, I held the Blu-ray in my hands. I didn't know what this film was. I didn't know anything really about foreign cinema in general, and this is Jean-Pierre Melville's Le Cercle Rouge. This is the 4K UHD edition of it, and this is just an incredible neo-noir from 1970. It's just incredible. I couldn't believe that they got the rights back. I couldn't believe that they put it out, not only back out on Blu-ray, but in 4K UHD. So this is an incredible find for me, an incredible find, I think, for a lot of cinephiles. But that is it for me when it comes to the first part of the sale. I'm probably going to get a few things that they didn't have in stock. A few things are coming out during the sale. I really need to get my hands on, of course, Pink Flamingos and Shaft, as well as a couple of other things. So if you like this video, please check out the other videos on my channel, as well as subscribing to the podcast and subscribing here. And thank you all for watching.